What is your authentic self? Many people are always promoting be yourself, you know, don't change for anyone. Be yourself. Be content with who you are. Just enjoy yourself and your company. Yes, most of those things are right, but most people don't understand the meaning of it or the work you need to put into yourself to be yourself. That's the thing. Like, what I like about certain YouTubers, Nana, Fantasy Hill, Rance, um, Harry Wimbledon, is that they're all authentic. And authenticism is something that is earned from within yourself. Yeah. Um, it's not something that you have to become because someone tells you to become it. It's something that you have to deserve, you know. You have to have gone certain level of things, good or bad, to have found your authentic self. Whether it was ego death, a traumatic event, a great experience, love. I think you only find love when you find love within yourself. That's when you can find the other reflection of you who sort of plays with the same energy of loving themselves. Now, when you're your authentic self and you're just like fuck the world and you're like you're just moving like the person you're supposed to be and not the person that they told you to be, it brings out a different light in you. Yeah, it brings out a certain level of power from within you, and people will radiate or be scared from this power. Yeah, and how they react is not your problem. Shouldn't be your issue. It shouldn't be something that you should be thinking of. But you should react to how you react to them, because ultimately, reactions can be authentic, cheap, negative, positive. But ultimately, when you realize that when your reactions are who you are, then you realize that you're being your authentic self. You're in act when you think of reactions or how someone else would react to certain things and you react to it, then you're not your authentic self, because you're copy and pasting from someone else's behavior when it should be you. You should be copying and pasting off your behavior, because you ultimately decide your fate in this game, because this game is built for you. You know, everybody else is in their own world. They say half the people you see in public are not real people. Yeah. The only reason why you see them is that the matrix has it needs a void to fill. It needs a void of people who are not awakened to just go to that mall, go to that shopping center, go to that park and just mindlessly walk around as if there's no purpose in their life or in their heart. And ultimately, an authentic person understands their purpose, understands their heart. They're not going to be mindlessly walking their life in this matrix, not being fulfilled by anything that gives them fulfillment. They're going to be walking tall, head up high, like they're proud of something, because they're proud of who they are as a person. They can have the most money in the world, but if they're not proud of themselves, then they're they're 1/10 of the person that they know that they are. Don't become the person that you want to become. Become the person that you've always was supposed to become. That you were born to become. And there's when you're a child, there's like that childlike energy where you carry yourself to the point where you know who you are. But then when the older you get, the distraction of the matrix sort of deteriorates you and drift you to the person that you want to become. You see, that's why children don't give a fuck. Children always know who they are, what they are, what they want, where they are, and how to get it without caring about anybody else's opinions. You see, their minds are still fragile to the point where they don't care about ego. They just care about living life. And that's the authentic self. The authentic self in you only cares about living this life. It doesn't care about the amount of money, the amount of revenue, the amount of cars, the amount of bitches you can get, the amount of business deals you can get out from the bag. It don't give a shit about that. The authentic self cares about how you feel. It'll always care about the feeling and the presence of feeling. The authentic self doesn't care about the past or the future. It only cares about the present, how you're feeling right now, because that generates authenticity. Being present is key to you being your authentic self. Yeah. When all you can think about and focus on is what you're doing now and not thinking about your next move, letting the day or your life flow. That is you enjoying your life. And you enjoying your life and living your life is you being your authentic self. It's too much suffering and hate. But that suffering and hate comes from ego. And ego is not really who you are. It's a part of who you are. Ego is there to protect you. And when you use ego to protect yourself and people you love, that's you being authentic with your ego, not being complacent and controlling with your ego, because that will lead you to being the person that you've hated, the person that you despise, you know, because frequency leads to contentment, leads to in enlightenment. It leads to also, you know, vengeance, low vibrational, lust, you know, negative things. But if you tap into yourself deeply, the light within you, the authentic light within you can change the world, can change your world. You just gotta have, I wouldn't say the free will, but you have to have the power to make a decision on who you wanna be. Do you wanna be the version, the doppelganger version of yourself? Or do you wanna be the childlike version of yourself who I feel like that version has always been who you are, you know? I love you guys.